and you're listening to the Smacked Raw podcast.
Watch. Okay, well, has this always been a thing? Where have I been?
Hey folks, welcome to the Smacked Raw podcast, Raw Recap Edition. It's Tuesday morning, you know what that means. It's Kyle Tyson, it's Katie, Bebe, here to recap Monday Night Raw. Katie, good morning. How are you? How have you been?
I'm freezing. It's like 30 degrees outside. It's cold in my house. I've been awake for an hour. I'm doing great.
Yeah? Yeah, I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Too. It's cold outside, but my wife turned the heat on, and as much as I love my office, it's the size of a closet. So it's absurdly hot in this room.
I wish it was hot.
Yeah. I got a guest with us today. If you're watching the YouTube version, you can see my son Gavin sitting with me. He decided he wanted to hang out while Mama goes grocery shopping. Okay. Shoot, Katie. How was your Monday? You said you had a light day at work.
Yeah, slow day at work. Literally so slow. Yeah. Nothing super exciting.
Nothing super exciting. Yeah, it's always good.
Nope.
That's stuff the listeners like to hear. No. My Monday, we were busy as hell Monday. We had to what did we do? We went shopping. That's normal, mundane adult stuff. We took our son to karate. That's normal, mundane adult stuff. So Gavin's instructor was out for like 2 weeks with COVID, turns out.
Mm-hmm.
He was back yesterday just coughing on everybody. So we'll see how that turns out. No, I'm just kidding. Caleb's awesome. I'm nervous because he actually might watch this show. So no, Caleb's in good health, everybody. Then we hung out, drank tequila, and watched Monday Night Raw, man, and it was a good night. Raw was okay.
That was all right.
I mean, it pushed some stuff forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, the triple threat coming up now. I'm excited for that.
Oh yeah, that's literally next week. I forget, like, literally. If I didn't have my notes, I would forget everything.
Yeah.
Dad, what's going on in there?
Uh-oh, you hear dogs barking?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah? Go check it out. I don't know if you guys can hear dogs barking, but my two dogs are barking. Hey, listen, man. Listen. If they start biting stuff, just break them up, okay? Just get in the middle of two dogs fighting. Anyways.
Oh, man.
I've got this parenting thing down.
Nailing it.
Yeah.
No.
He came back. That was really fast.
They're just fighting.
They're just fighting?
Yeah.
Did you break them up?
No, they're not chewing on them. They're just fighting.
They were just fighting. Who won?
Puppy.
The puppy won. Sweet, man. It's the little dogs. The little dogs do good.
Mm-hmm.
You have the triple threat coming up next week. Dude, that's awesome, actually. Because it's all young guys. Like, I was just like, please don't put Randy. Let's get Randy out of this Drew McIntyre story.
Mm-hmm.
And so the triple threat, which set up what we got. We got fucking Riddle, Keith Lee, and AJ Styles. One of those guys will be Drew McInfart's next opponent.
It was trending on Twitter.
Dude, the fact that he owned it. The fact Bama says AJ's young. No, it's not that AJ's young. It's just fresh contenders for McIntyre.
Especially for Drew.
Yeah. But the fact that Adam Pearce went on Twitter and in turn, showed his bump card and everything. That was good. That was good of the man to own that mistake so quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, yeah, everybody just jumped on that. Twitter became that third grader real fast. That like inappropriate third grader. All right. What else though? We had the Alexa Bliss, like her Fiend character. I guess that was a debut of it. I didn't realize, like, everybody made it out like she was debuting this new persona, but I was like, isn't this the same Bliss we've been getting? She just was wearing a new outfit.
Yeah, I mean, it's like her Mr. Rogers character.
I think your mom up here.
Yeah. All right, buddy. It was fun having you on the show. High five. All right, I'm gonna have you go out there. Mama and DJ are back, so we're just gonna let
there
it
you
go. Yeah. Shut the door, please. Shut the door.
Okay.
There we go. Awesome. Shut the door.
He said, "Okay."
That would have got old real quick. Fuck! I'm all lost now. I'm all frazzled. But I'd rather be heckled by my child than people in the chat. So. What'd you think of Bliss's look?
I mean, it's literally just her Mr. Rogers character, except in the ring.
Yeah,
That was literally it.
Yeah, the ring. I liked her new style in the ring. She's playing that like sadistic. I like that they're not making her like the Fiend, where she's like invincible.
Yeah.
Where the Fiend can eat like finisher after finisher. Bliss, still looked vulnerable in the ring. Bliss deserves a damn Oscar, or at least an Emmy, for her act when she was facing off a cross, looking like she got
She's
knocked
so
back
good.
into reality. That was fantastic.
She's so good.
Yeah, Bama asked about that. He's like, "Did we actually think it?" No, too early. No. Too early to snap her out. No. All right, let's get into the show.
Nah.
Oh, by the way, I actually am going to go off of real notes this time.
Wow.
But I use the term notes very loosely. It mainly just has the show in chronological order.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. No, what it was is my cousin. So recently, if you guys have been following along, I lost my cousin Ryan. I actually paid tribute to him on the beginning of the Survivor Slam recap. I'm always going to call it that going forward.
Oh, Jesus.
It's on the YouTube version at least. I put a little tribute to him. But anyways, no, my cousins started a group chat and everybody was just going off in the group chat last night. And I forgot how many of us there are. Like that thing was popping off until like 1 a.m. Worse than like how our group chat, the show's group chat goes sometimes. Yeah. It was mainly everybody talking about how fat we've gotten and how bald I've gotten and talking about kids and virtual learning. I was like, damn, we all got old. Like, this is the lamest chat.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But no, I was happy to hear from them. Anyways, that's why if my notes are lackluster, it's because of that. So we started off Raw with the men's Raw team out in the ring along with AJ Styles' bodyguard and then Adam Pearce. By the way, what's his body? It's not Jordan. So we've gone past his name isn't Jordan.
I feel like they said it last night. I just didn't hear it.
Yeah, it always slips as soon as I hear it, man. Let me see, because I'm going to look it up really quick. They were arguing over who should be next in line for a title shot, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, because they had a clean sweep. And Adam Pearce was like, well, like that deserves a reward. Why don't you all tell me why you think you should be next in line for Drew? And they all started making their case. It sounded like just a bunch of kids arguing with each other, trying to one-up each other. Like, AJ's like, well, I was the captain. And everyone's like, no, you were not the captain. As he has stated on multiple accounts, he wanted to be the captain. He was the captain. The skipper, as Riddle calls him. Skipper. Keith Lee was like, well, I pinned their team captain. Sheamus called himself the MVP. But they like brought it up on commentary. Each one of them pinned someone, which I didn't even notice.
So all 5 got a pin in there.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even pick up on that either.
That's what they said on commentary. I'm not actually sure if it's true.
Well, I'm trying to think. So we know that Sheamus pinned Seth.
Yeah.
AJ pinned Kevin Owens.
Riddle pinned Corbin.
And then Braun pinned Otis, and then Keith Lee pinned Jay. Yeah, all 5 of them did get a pin. Yeah.
Wow. What a concept.
So it's Jordan, God help me, Omogbehin. Omogbehin? Omogbehin. I don't, dude, the last name's impossible. I'm a Omogbehin. Yeah, fuck that.
Nope.
But I can't find any article relating if they gave him a kayfabe name. So I'm just going to keep calling him Jordan.
Calling him Jordan.
Jordan. All right.
It fits.
Yeah. Bama seems to believe that they call him Almost.
I have no idea.
You have no idea. Dude, you yawning on air? Cardinal sin.
Nope. I don't know what you're talking about. I did nothing.
Sweet deal. Oh my God. My wife with the drinks. Hitting the mic. Dude, this entire show is just going to be one long cameo from my family.
That's okay.
That's all right. Anyways, yeah, they all want a title shot. Eventually, Adam Pearce said something that set off Braun.
He said last but not least, meaning Braun was the last person in the ring to state his case, and Braun pops off.
Dude, what? Who pissed in his Cheerios, man? Braun went full psycho. I mean, now that's the most dangerous Braun, Psycho Braun, but yeah, no, he headbutted Pierce, which I thought was like instant termination. I was like, oh shoot, Braun just got written off TV for a couple months. You know, who knows? Maybe he's gonna have some controversial stuff on a message board, make light of day or something, which would be why they writ him off. But no, it's Instead, Adam Pearce was like, that gave me the most clever idea, because backstage he announced that everybody would take part in matches to be next in line for Drew McIntyre. Like, dude, I'm sorry. Look, that's the last one. That's the last one.
No, it's not. Don't lie.
I'll try to make it the last one. Yeah, because we had a couple segments. They were throwaway. I know they were later in the show, but I mean, they were throwaway segments. You see, like, Lashley confronting Adam Pearce, you know, obviously stating his case because he's the U.S. champion. Randy Orton confronts Pearce. You never actually see interviews. It's just like, oh, these guys are about to have a talk. And then I don't know if it was Kayla or whoever it was interviewed him. He announced, we'll have a series of single matches to determine a triple threat, which will then determine, of course, the next opponent. Damn, we got some good matches in there. I can't wait to talk about, though. We had some. Oh yeah. Oh man, I definitely saw 2 feuds I want. Like, out of just these singles matches, I was like, oh shoot, man, these would make some good feuds. What do you think about 2 title matches tonight being made simply by either passing comments or taunting?
Well, I mean, with the tag match, we literally saw this last week.
And yet, WWE commentary wouldn't even bring it up. Like, no. Oh my God, this championship match. How would this turn out? Like, it's like, dude, we just saw this a week ago.
Literally a week ago.
Fucking make it canon. Say something.
That's like one of the things I hate that they do. It's like the same thing with later in the night, Lana and Asuka. They're acting like this was the first time she faced her for the title. Like, no. Yeah. That happened a month ago.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, if WWE is known for one thing or another, it's insulting the intelligence of its fans and watchers. Like, they believe that we all have the memory of a goldfish, apparently.
I mean, I do, but not when it comes to wrestling.
Yeah. I remember for at least about like 2 to 3 weeks. I'll have bits and pieces saved.
I don't even remember a lot of Sunday's recap. Now, I don't know if that's because I was also drinking, but like I woke up Monday and I was like,
yeah, we were both on some. I almost did not want to post it because of the
oh my God, it's so...
Like, I
That's so
almost did
funny.
not want to post that. I was like, man, people are
No,
gonna
I
take
was
this
gonna
so
make you
bad.
post it.
It's
I
like,
was gonna make you post it.
I swear,
I'm so happy you did.
if anybody watched that recap in here, we love the Undertaker.
We do.
It probably came a little across as bullying. Was not trying to bully the dead man, but like, we'll just leave it at that.
It didn't start out on bullying on my end, but then you just kept going with it, so then I had to join in, and
Yeah, you just had to join in.
Mm.
anyways, the New Day essentially were taunted into getting a title shot. It was Kofi that accepted the challenge, right?
Xavier.
Xavier did. Okay.
Mhm.
During the match, honestly, it almost came to like a throwaway match. MVP ended up turning face because we had a double count out during the tag team match, and MVP was the one saying, "You guys don't want it to end like that," and we were like, "You're right, MVP. We don't want it to end like that."
You're right.
Yeah. This time it was Kofi though that because obviously the New Day didn't have to accept the challenge to have the match restarted. They could have just walked off and taken their W. So Kofi accepts the match. It goes on more. I'm honestly convinced that that's you book the New Day to lose at that point. You know?
I was expecting them to lose.
Yeah, no. They ended up winning. New Day retained, and yeah, that was it. I don't know where do we go from there. Do we? I still want a New Day and Hurt Business feud, but it's like, damn, you guys just fell pretty hard on that L, man.
Yeah, for the second week in a row. I don't remember who said it in the chat, but like, this did nothing to help the Hurt Business.
No,
at all.
Absolutely not. They should have won it. They should have won those belts. You had a perfect story lined up. It was New Day's ego, which we saw a bit of in their match against the Street Profits, getting the better of them. You got goaded into a title match from taunting. You had a way out. You got goaded into it because they were essentially calling you chicken to have the match restarted. That's an understandable loss. You know what I mean? You weren't thinking the smartest. You could have handed those belts off to Street Profits, and then you have grounds to have an awesome feud going forward. Because let's face it, these guys can put on some of the best matches. They're going to have awesome chemistry.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, this you went in the opposite direction. Her Business lost 2 weeks in a row. Why do we care? Like, what argument do they have to make to keep going after those tag titles?
They're the only other tag team on Raw.
That's a very good point.
That's a pretty damn good argument.
That's a very valid argument right there. They are the only other tag team.
Oh, God. I swear to God, one of these times I'm just going to start choking on air because I take a drink and someone makes me laugh.
Oh, man. All right. After that, that's when we had all the Adam Pearce confrontations, and he dropped the line, Drew McIntyre, which I didn't even see. I didn't hear it. It was just on Twitter. That's where it was just popping off on Twitter the whole time. And then a previous interview with Lana about her being sole survivor, she made a passing comment on, of course she'd like to have a match against Asuka. Asuka confronts her about this in the most friendly manner possible, was like, yeah, all right, go ahead. You could have a title shot. And you know what might happen? Lana, you might be champion. This is the silliest damn thing. Because Asuka's either being condescending, or Asuka has hopped on this Lana hype train and is now a huge fan as well.
No, Asuka was pissed as hell that she lost to Sasha. So she was like, no, if I have a match with Lana, I can beat her easy, beat her down.
Murder.
Mm-hmm.
Shit was hilarious. Afterwards, we got the Firefly Funhouse.
No, you're skipping stuff.
Okay, like I said, my notes are very, very brief. Go ahead.
After the Adam Pearce stuff, it's the first of the 3 matches to determine the triple threat for next week. It's Riddle versus Sheamus.
You're right. Yeah, I don't even have that in my notes. Oh, yes, I do. Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. It literally just says Riddle versus Sheamus. Riddle wins. Um, I told you they're the briefest of notes. It was the slam bang like hard hitting match though. These guys were trying to kill
It
each
was
other out there.
brutal.
Yeah.
Like, oh, and like we've seen Riddle versus Sheamus before, but like this probably was their best match.
And this is one of the matches where I was like, yeah, let's get a feud out of this. Like definitely, let's get a feud out of this. Just because it was akin to like Sheamus just has a way of bringing this out of people. I think Sheamus is one of those people in the ring where he forces you to step up and like wrestle with a little bit more intensity than you might be accustomed to. Because look what happened with him and Cesaro, the best of 7, and then they had an awesome tag team. Who knows? Maybe we get Sheamus and Riddle having a best of 7 and then forming a hilarious. Let's be honest, it'd be a hilarious tag team.
Riddle, Fireface.
There's so many jokes that could go with it, man. There's so many jokes when you take.
Riddle said in the beginning, he's like, "Well, I would have called you Fire Crotch, but it was taken." I was like, "Dude!"
Oh man, no, that was cringy.
I was like, "I'm leaving."
Where did you get? Where did Fire Crotch go? That was some like pissed off like wannabe celebrity who slept with like Lindsay Lohan, I think, called her Fire Crotch. If I remember correctly, that's where it came from. And now I'm kind of disturbed why I would remember something like that.
Yeah, do you want to talk about that as to why
just
you
the weirdest thing
remember
to
that?
stick in my memory. Never mind. Anyways, the Fireface Bros, Jay says. No, I was thinking.
I don't want that. I don't want a tag team.
No?
Well, I mean, they need tag teams, so maybe yes, but I don't know.
Just like one of those classic tag teams where Riddle's like annoying the piss out of Sheamus every chance.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll say one thing though. I am kind of souring on Riddle. Like I don't know, the kid. Something about it. I don't know if it's just like Raw or whatever it is. Out of that group of 5, he's like the last one I'm excited to see. Like I would be more excited to see Braun doing stuff than Riddle right now.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, no, their match was fucking badass though. It was brutal.
Oh, so brutal. And I mean, even the ending, like you could say, like it could set up a feud because Sheamus has Riddle in the cloverleaf, and Riddle literally just reverses it and rolls Sheamus up. So, I mean, we're probably gonna get a feud.
Yeah, Riddle will lose it. Riddle ain't winning that triple threat. No, that's going to be either Keith Lee or AJ Styles.
But like we've already kind of seen, I mean, they've teased it, Keith and Drew. Like we've kind of seen it.
Yeah. Well, they did the mock wrestling match promoting what pay-per-view where they did like a little impromptu match between Drew, who was champ, and Keith Lee, who was NXT champ. And it was like a behind the scenes thing. It wasn't even like a legit match that we got aired or anything. I think it was leading up to SummerSlam or something.
Oh man, because wasn't it Randy was hurt and they weren't sure if he was gonna make it. So the Drew and Lee had a match, and if Lee won, he was gonna be he was gonna have the match.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't remember. I just know that they have teased them before, like you said. He says, Loyalty J says Keith Lee versus Cross. To be honest, man, not the biggest fan of Karrion Kross. Honestly, don't really get excited for him. Scarlett Bordeaux on the other hand. Yeah,
exactly. Scarlett on the other hand. Well,
yeah, let's not go there. Let's not go there. I'm pretty sure Jess is in the chat, just like lurking. Anyways, yeah, afterwards, you know, like I said, the passing comment of Lana getting the title shot, and then the Firefly Funhouse, which introduced us to a new character, the Friendship Frog. I loved, dude, I love that cussing is okay in the Firefly Funhouse. Something about that cussing Abby, it's fantastic. It's So you have Bray and Alexa Bliss talking about today's theme is friendship, which in normal cases they'd be excited to talk about, but they describe friendship as a terrible thing. Excuse me. And then Bray Wyatt references being friends with Randy Orton and the burning of his shack. But that's where the frog comes in, this new puppet. It pans over to Abby, which Abby just plainly says, like, who the fuck are you? They bleep it, of course.
They shouldn't have. Just let it slip once.
Oh, God. Yeah, just one time, man.
Once.
You know, Vince dropped an F-bomb in the lamest scenario, too. I think it was setting up Shane versus The Undertaker. This was after Raw went off the air. But Vince came out, delivered a promo, and he, right in front of not a live audience, but right in front of an audience, and said that Undertaker's going to take like a fucking beating. And he just randomly dropped an F-bomb, and it made its rounds on the internet, and that was that.
All right, Vince.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, Vince will, I mean, listen, can we be surprised by a man who dropped the N-bomb on television? You know? So, yeah. Really shouldn't come of much of a surprise.
No.
But Alexa Bliss partakes in my favorite thing and murders the frog. And then we get a Sarah McLachlan-esque sad tribute video package to the frog itself. Yeah, I thought it was hilarious.
It was so funny. Yeah. 1980 to 2020. That poor frog.
It was a 40-year-old frog, man. I love that it showed his video highlights of the stuff that literally just happened a minute prior. Oh man, that's like this is a deep cut, but that's like Jay and Silent Bob. They did an animated series. It only lasted for one season because it was garbage, but they did a flashback episode for episode 2 of the series. Like the second episode of this show was a flashback episode to episode 1.
I can't even be surprised though.
Yeah. The show's an okay watch if you're like a serious pothead. You might find it funny. You might find it funny. Anyways, Lana and Asuka, future tag team champions.
No.
Come on.
No. What needs to happen is Asuka needs to drop the title in order for that to happen.
Book it, you cowards, WWE. Book it. Yeah, Lana and Asuka faced off. It was really brief. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler were on the outside. And then as Asuka was rolled out of the ring, she ends up throwing water in the face of Nia and Shayna Baszler, who would then promptly just say screw it and attack her, and the match is tossed out, DQ finish. And I'm like, man, what the fuck is going on with these title matches? Like, you're really not giving us anything. But as Nia lifts Asuka to put her through the table, Lana comes out for the save, pulls Asuka to safety. They run off and then are promptly challenged by the tag team champs. I thought for a title match. Like, I don't know why my pissant brain just placed those belts, but so imagine my surprise when they actually won.
You're like, oh my god, they're the tag team champions.
Yes. And then my disappointment. But no, man, make them champs.
I'm telling you, Asuka's got to drop the belt in order for them to be champs. Like, she's doing nothing as the Raw Women's Champion. She's doing nothing.
Who would she drop it to, though? That's the problem. You have all the gold wrapped up on your top people.
I mean, bring back Naomi. I think she's cleared.
Yeah, that's right. She is supposed to be back, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
What got me was, why was Bayley and Sasha, the only women tag champs, allowed to travel brands? Like, it's not like Bayley and Sasha just decided to bully Lana. week in and week out, and that's why they didn't travel over to SmackDown or even briefly. I think they went to NXT for like a match.
They went to NXT like
Yeah.
once or twice. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, man. I mean,
What's the point of having women's tag champs if they're only going to stay on one brand?
yeah, and you could easily write it like they go over to SmackDown to have a match. Doesn't even have to be for a title, and Lana comes out, sabotages the match or something, so you can keep your original story rolling. But let those belts show up on different brands, because otherwise, man, we're just going to end up with Raw women's tag champs, SmackDown women's tag champs, and it's just we already have too many titles.
They don't have enough women to do that.
Yeah, or they'll abolish the titles altogether, which I hope they don't do. I'm actually quite a fan.
I hope they don't.
Of the gold here, but
wow, it's like maybe they shouldn't have broken up the Iconics.
Yeah, that was
crazy.
I don't know anybody who is like, oh, I'm so excited for Peyton Royce and Lacey Evans.
Peyton's not even happy.
Yeah, Peyton's talking this shit, man. Poor
Peyton's
Billy
like,
Kay.
I don't want anything to do with her.
Billy Kay's new character is just unemployed. Person looking for a job.
Basically. I love that, though. Her going up to Corbin on Survivor Series and be like, here's my resume.
Jesus.
Love her.
Oh, man. We had the merch plug, the classic like Black Friday superstar in front of like the merchandise table. It was R-Truth, and it was just another 24/7 skit. Not Drew McIntyre. Jesus Christ, if Drew McIntyre.
Imagine.
Yeah. No, Drew Gulak attempted to pin Truth, but they teased the Fiend, and I was like, oh god, the Fiend? You're lowering yourself to this?
Yeah.
No, it was Tozawa in a Fiend mask, and Drew like comically ran away.
I think this is the first Raw since the 24/7 championship became a thing that the title didn't change hands at all.
Like while it was presented, because you had Gronkowski holding it up, and then what's his name from Raw Underground? He was
Riddick Moss.
Riddick Moss, yeah, Riddick Moss, and Gronk held it for a little bit without dropping it. All right. Oh shit. Yeah, and then we already covered the Lana and Asuka shit. Matt Riddle almost broke
MVP.
Yeah, man. So Matt Riddle, gimmick infringement, says, what does everybody love? And in my head, from the 90s, I just start screaming head from Al Snow. If, like I said.
That's why you tweeted that.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, that was Al Snow shit, man.
Okay, well, I was born in the 90s, Kyle.
Yeah, okay, look now. Al Snow is a man, and Snowplow is a super underrated finisher, by the way. But yeah, he makes a stupid joke. He's talking all like a stoner, and he's pitching MVP like it's Shark Tank. He's like, bro, what does everybody love? Pizza. You know what else everybody loves? Yogurt. Pizza flavored yogurt. And I'll be the spokesperson. We'll call it Brogurt. I was just like,
I hated this.
dude,
so much.
I did too. I fucking hated it. The whole time I'm shouting at the TV. It's like Al Snow. Don't take Al Snow's fucking catchphrase. That's all
You're just pissed that he stole his catchphrase.
Yeah, and I promptly went to Twitter.
You did immediately.
Yes, yeah, I promptly tweeted that out, man. No. Anyways, did MVP tease it like that they would speak to each other in the future, or was this just a throwaway segment?
I mean, he was like, get all your best ideas together and pitch it to me in a few weeks. And then Riddle's like, oh, kind of like Shark Tank. And MVP gets like sinister. He's like, yeah, kind of like Shark Tank. And I was like, what the fuck? Okay.
So we're going to get, that confirms it. We're going to get a Shark Tank parody of the Hurt Business, all in their lounge chairs. Riddle. Oh, that's going to be gold. That's going to be that, dude. If they follow through with it and they do a Shark Tank parody, with like a long hallway, yes, I could see it. I could definitely see that shit. That would be comic gold. And then it of course is going to end with Riddle like dying.
Yes, murder.
Bobby Lashley just eating him. Uh,
Oh God.
yeah, let's do that, man. I'm totally into that.
You want Bobby Lashley to eat Riddle?
Yeah, I'll take it, man. Who knows? Maybe Riddle's like an edible at this point. Who knows, man? That's cool. Oh Jesus, I am really stupid. No one should listen to me.
Oh, this is great.
Speaking of Lashley, he had a match against Keith Lee, which that's another feud I want. I want Bobby Lashley and
Yes.
Keith Lee keep fighting.
Hell
man.
yeah.
Oh my God, these two guys were awesome in the ring together. You know, they claim SmackDown is the show for like, you know, top tier wrestling, but Raw's making a case with some of these guys, man.
Some of them.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, honestly, the Raw Survivor Series team was like an eye opener to like how stacked Raw is at the top of the heat, man. The main event scene is they have got some big boys up there, like talented guys.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Lashley was promptly getting the shit kicked out of him by Keith Lee. He once he realized he couldn't put the hurt lock on Keith Lee because Keith Lee is just too massive. Yeah, it was a wrap for poor Lashley. So, and MVP knew it too. MVP came in, caused the DQ, which that was for a group of people and a character like MVP to be billed so intelligently. That was kind of off character to just get your man DQ'd because he's losing a match.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I guess it was like a way to protect Lashley. But then it makes the Hurt Business look kind of stupid.
Yeah, it is. And you know, if Keith Lee doesn't win that triple threat, he's coming straight for that United States Championship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which hey, look, put gold on Keith Lee yesterday, you know.
Yeah.
But that means we're not going to get the fulfill the prophecy for the Hurt Business, where we get to see them draped in gold. Yeah, because tag team championships now are like, what the fuck, and then U.S. Yeah,
he's gonna lose the U.S. title to Keith Lee. Oh well, I mean,
oh well.
They tried. Clearly didn't succeed.
Oh shit.
Being honest.
Oh, that's so good. Oh well. Anyways.
Just stating a fact. What can I say?
Oh man. Afterwards we get the advertised Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss match. Nikki attempts to beat the crazy out of Alexa. I said it earlier, man. Alexa, dude, that chick, she's gonna transition to like movies. I think. I wonder what her contract is with WWE, because I could see her transitioning to like Hollywood.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, like I don't know. I could definitely see Alexa doing a lot of cool stuff too. I bet she just honestly, I hope she wouldn't be like lazy creative wise and just fall into like rom-coms. Because I bet she could. No, she could do comedy. I bet she could do comedy really good. You know what she can do? She can play the evil fucking bitch, like to a T. Yeah. But yeah, Nikki Cross, like, just incensed, is beating the hell out of Alexa Bliss, who's not really offering much offense. Alexa Bliss starts, after a while in the middle of the ring, is sitting there, starts crying, and you can see her, like, halfway saying, like, what's going on? Where am I? Like all of a sudden, she's just woke up. She looks to Nikki. She's, like, crying to, like, have Nikki embrace her. And then she does, like, a half-ass Sister Abigail. It was kind of like a flatliner.
Yeah.
It was really lame. I thought, I was like, did I miss it? Did she set it up really quick? But no, she just...
I like blinked and then she was pinning her and I was like, how did I miss this?
Yeah, it was weird. I wonder if it was a botch or... No, it had to have been a botch because Alexa Bliss arguably does the Sister Abigail better than damn Bray Wyatt does.
She does.
Yeah. Anyways, But yeah, Alexa Bliss pins Nikki Cross. I think that's the end of the feud. There's not really much anywhere else you can go with it. We've seen the progression from Nikki, from neglect to reaching out to last ditch effort to incensed and still losing. I mean, there's really nothing left for Nikki to do.
Maybe Nikki ends up joining
the fray.
Bliss. Yeah, maybe. We get Twisted Sister back.
Yeah. Hey, anything get rid of this shitty new music she has.
What is with them and destroying very good music for these people?
Was hers done by the CFO $ people? I can't remember, but
I have no idea.
She had Sanity's music, right? You know,
which was dope.
Yeah, Sanity's music was really good, and it fit her character perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it is really weird. I mean, hey, look, at least we got Keith Lee's back, so maybe there's hope. You know,
well,
we didn't get it back, but
we got a better one.
Yeah,
and like Keith Lee did it all himself, basically.
Yeah, I remember when the news stories came out. Like, yeah, Keith Lee just flew to New York, is laying tracks. Everybody, be patient. It's like, if you're not going to give me better music, I'll make it myself.
You're damn right.
That's what he did, man. Oh, that's awesome. Then we had the main event, which was Randy versus AJ Styles. These guys they've been clashing for years, man. They crush it in the ring.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This is setting up a feud I am so excited for. The Fiend comes out, or we tease the Fiend. I think there was a miscue, right? Because at one point Randy's outside the ring against the barricade, and you hear like the Fiend stuff, and he pops up behind the barricade, and I think the camera was supposed to pull away, but it didn't in time. So you just see like him duck. Like, you just see him literally duck, and then it shows Randy Orton looking, and he's not there. So I was like, okay, yeah, they botched this like big time.
Yeah, they did. Damn, second night in a row they low-key botched with the gobbledygooker from Survivor Series.
Like production botches.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's
slacking.
It's funny. Did you ever see the internet clip of pre-Fiend, Bray Wyatt, who I can't remember. I think he was feuding with Randy Orton, or it was around that time. But Raw, he had done the teleport thing like during the end of Raw. So he was in the ring, he teleports out the ring, but then you have fan footage of after Raw goes off the air, and he just like climbs out from under the ring and then just like manically just like runs off. Just like, it's because at that point all you can do is try to be funny. You're not going to be serious. But so there's fan footage of him. He just like climbs out from under the ring and then like just comically runs as fast as he can up the ring with this like mad look on his face.
Man,
dude, it's hilarious. That's two things now you need to look up: Vince McMahon dropping the F-bomb, and Bray Wyatt climbing out from under the ring after Raw goes off the air.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Anyways, the Fiend distracts Randy Orton later in the match, and AJ picks up the victory, closing out the 3 competitors for next week's triple threat and setting up the feud. Randy Orton and the Fiend. Yes, I am here for that damn feud. So that's going to be fantastic.
It's going to be great.
Yeah. So what else? Who do you think is going to win the triple threat?
I want to say Styles, because I think like something's gonna end up happening with Lashley or MVP trying to cost Keith Lee.
Mm-hmm.
And if it ends up being Riddle, I'm gonna be pissed. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's way too early for Riddle. I think it's gonna be Styles too. WWE really are hesitant a lot of the time to go with the new guys. So I think, and not to mention, out of the 3 matches, we said 2 of them we want feuds out of. Riddle and Sheamus and Keith Lee and Bobby Lashley. So AJ's the only one not part of that equation. So then you get hopefully if WWE does it right, you have 3 really good feuds, AJ and McIntyre, and then the other 2. And then the other 2. and Randy Orton, the Fiend. Damn, that's 4 damn like top tier feuds that you could have. Like Raw could become a really good show.
They're gonna drop the ball.
Yeah, I'm about to say if they don't trip over their own feet, Raw really could have some good stuff going on here soon. Who knows? I may have to stop that whole least favorite show to watch and favorite show to cover.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Damn. No, they're gonna drop the ball.
Yeah.
They'll drop it.
They probably will, man.
Let's be honest. They're going to.
Let's be honest. It's going to be Sheamus mocking like Riddle with stupid stuff, like foot powder and creams and incense, mocking him for being a barefoot hippie. And then, I don't know, Bobby Lashley getting jealous of Keith Lee's music, so Bobby Lashley just rapping. They're going to do terrible stuff with this stuff. We'll get the feuds, but they'll play them the most. It'll be the equivalent of when we got AJ and Shinsuke, and we're like, oh yeah, 5-star classics, and it was just battle over the dick ticks. Like,
yeah, which I bet you loved.
No. In that case, I didn't.
Wow.
Listen. When you have 2 guys that can put on New Japan level calibers matches, I'm not going to cheer for a dick kick. Now, if it was Braun doing a dick kick, yeah, I'm there for it. Just because of the sheer force, like your balls would go through your skull if Braun kicked you in the dick, you know? But no, Shinsuke.
Yeah, I mean the first low blow between AJ and Shinsuke happened at WrestleMania.
It was down.
Like what?
Oh, yeah.
I was pissed.
Yeah. It was like what didn't that happen between like that was like how it went between Shawn Michaels and Y2J. They had a match, there was a winner, and then I think it was like Y2J just like kicked Shawn in the dick.
Yeah. I'm sensing a theme.
Good old dick kicks.
Good old dick kicks.
Yes. Oh man. So let's plug NXT and AEW. You have some special guests this week, right? You got some stuff lined up?
Yeah. So Wednesday night, it's AEW. It's me, Kev, and Loyalty J, the child. And then on Friday for NXT, it's me, RN, and Loyalty J.
So
I did this to myself.
Yeah. In short, you can skip these 2 eps.
I won't be mad. I won't be mad if you do.
Oh my god. The thing is you could not predict that you were going to lose predictions. You know,
stop it.
Cuz had you been better at predicting, you probably would have avoided
You shut your damn mouth. I swear to God.
Oh, man. Yeah. So we tallied up our first season of like our fantasy predictions league or whatever, where we have a bunch of you guys going head to head with us from the SmackDrop podcast and predicting the outcome of pay-per-views. And we tally the results over a span of, I think we did 4 pay-per-views this time. And
I think so.
Yeah, it was 4. It's 4.
Yeah.
And Katie lost to. You lost to like 5 people, but most importantly, you lost to Loyalty J, who scored 1 more point than you and kept you out of the top 5.
I even told myself when you were going through, I was like, if I don't make top 5, I'm going to be pissed. And the fact that Jay beat me and kept me out of the top 5.
Yeah, you voted against your boys, the Young Bucks. Because
Matt was hurt. I was being logical at that point, and that's what screwed me over.
Logical? They said they'd never challenge for the titles again.
Well, I was like, listen, I was thinking if anything, a screwy finish would happen and we
Yeah.
would get it again.
Yeah.
Sorry, I care more about the well-being of Madden and Jackson than their fucking tag titles. God damn it!
Damn it, man.
I'm still pissed. I'm never getting over this.
Yeah. And then of course, I who had been leading the pack, I had been in first since the inception of this. I dropped the ball at the last second and I lost to the one guy that has been mocking me day in and day out ever since I first appeared on Putting You Over months ago. D-Rod. D-Rod beat me and I had to humbly announce that asshole as the winner. But this is where it changes, Katie. This is where it changes. Because we pick ourselves up. We got cocky. We got cocky and lost to our heel rivals. So
We really did.
You and I will pick ourselves up from the ashes, and out come the Phoenix.
I swear to God, if I don't make top 5 again.
Oh my
No,
God.
you know what? If I don't win, I'm at least getting second place.
Dude,
I'm stating
I
it
just
now.
have to beat D-Rod. That's all I care about. Beating D-Rod.
I have to beat Jay.
Yeah.
And it would just be a little cherry on top if I beat Matt, too.
Yeah. I don't care, man. Just got to beat him. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Yeah. Until next time, y'all have a good one.